What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part A. I'm so excited to upload this one for you guys because for this video we'll be taking a look at one of my favorite Amazon originals, and it's this little show called Good Omens. Now when it comes to Amazon originals, I usually tend to like some of their movies, but for whatever reason I could never get into some of their TV shows like the Jack Ryan series, The Man in the High Castle, The Boys, or even Invincible. But I am really excited for their Lord of the Rings series. Anyway, when I saw the premise of what this show was about, the story caught my attention. So Good Omens was released back in 2019, and the story follows two best friends, Aziraphale and Crowley, who just so happen to be an angel and demon. And right off the bat, we see just how long these two have known each other as we open up on the Garden of Eden, where it was Crowley who tempted Eve into eating the apple, and it was Aziraphale who gave Adam a flaming sword. Well, that went down like a lead balloon. From that moment, we see just how long these two have known each other, as they have been a part of some of mankind's most pinnacle moments, both historical and biblical moments. For example, we see that these two were at Noah's Ark, and then fast forward a few centuries later, they were in the middle of World War II. Now the reason why these two were put on Earth was that they can bring out both the best and worst in humanity. And throughout history, they somehow managed to cross paths with one another and cancel each other out. But even though they're on opposing sides, they know each other long enough to actually call one another friend. Now while they're enjoying life on Earth, they still have to report back to home base for some weekly updates, and that is where we get to see this story's representation of both heaven and hell, and it's funny. While heaven is depicted as a pure, clean, white office building that just glows, hell is seen as a dirty, dark subway. But anyway, as we get familiar with these two characters, we also begin to see what the story of this show is meant to be about, which mainly involves the Antichrist bringing Armageddon in order to start the final war between heaven and hell. All this falls upon both Aziraphale and Crowley, who don't want to see everything they love about this world get destroyed. So they come up with a plan. They both know that it's Crowley's job to deliver the Antichrist into this world, but if they can help guide this kid, he won't be good or evil. He'll just be normal. And just when they thought they did all that they could to make sure that this kid doesn't bring about the end of the world, which is only days away, they hit one small problem. They got the wrong kid. And so for the duration of this show, we watched these two scramble to find the Antichrist in order to prevent the final war that will destroy the Earth. Along the way, we encounter a small side story about the descendants of a witch and witch hunter that play a role in finding the kid. But overall, the story mainly focuses around Aziraphale and Crowley, who both know that they shouldn't be friends, but because they've known each other for so long, they don't care what side of the tracks they're from. Another thing that I also liked is that while the story tackles a lot of biblical references, the show gives it its own modern spin. For example, when you think of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, you imagine these big, scary looking figures decked out in robes. However, in the show, you see how these riders are depicted as to how they would look like if they were living here on Earth. I also like how both the angels and demons are represented in the show, as we see that the angels are very well dressed in clean-cut suits, while the demons are pretty much dressed like homeless people. Speaking of which, one of the other things that also caught my attention is that there are several cameos throughout this show where we see familiar actors play some of the angels and demons. And let me tell you, when I found out who played the devil, the only thing that came to my mind was that the casting choice was perfect. So overall, I really enjoyed Good Omens. Not only does it have its funny moments, but it also has several heartwarming moments that just want to make you have lunch with your friends. And with season 2, now is the best time to binge through this series. So if you're looking for something fun to watch on Amazon, I highly recommend you watch Good Omens. Well, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. That was my overall view for Good Omens. If you like what you saw, click the subscribe button so you can get the latest updates from this channel. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.